Ow, lightning.
Great. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's... Oh, man.
Here we are again.
Yeah, we're at the right tower. I don't, I'm sure there's a way to discover this part without a guide. Like, to do this here. And the cactar stones and everything, they do kind of stand out. But at the same time, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Right, yeah, some of these things are so incredibly cryptic. It's almost like they're begging you to buy the strategy guide or something.
I got rid of a bunch. Well, I didn't. My ex now, the girlfriend at the time, was like, "Can you get rid of some of these? You can look it all up online." But it's like,
Ew.
yeah.
Ew.
I regret getting rid of a few, but at the same time,
Ooh.
yeah, at the same time,
Poke 5 people at once in different directions.
like, there's something about holding the book in your hand.
Right, yeah, of
It's,
course.
you know, some are still safe though, but power up that lance. It's never getting the second one, like I said earlier. I'm not catching butterflies here. They're either dark red or dark blue, and it's in this environment. Look at the lighting I have to work with here.
So one of my favorite series of all time is The Wheel of Time. I think I probably mentioned it on this playthrough before. So it's like a 14-book series, 4.3 million words. So naturally there's going to be a lot of background information. And so there are 2 supplemental books. There's The World of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, and there's The Wheel of Time Companion. And both of those are things that you could literally just look up online. There's a very well-made wiki out there for just Wheel of Time stuff. But I bought both of those books because I like them. I like having them in physical form. Same with the books themselves. I listen to them all through audio. And I'm on my second listen through them right now. But I still own all the books because I like them and I want them.
Yeah. I understand. To me it all depends, I have listened to audiobooks before.
Oh, hey, here we are.
Yeah. There's something about, reading the book, too, physically. It all depends on how you consume best each way, but... So you gotta collect a bunch of cactar. It may look like fun and games, but they're a proud race of warriors.
Okay.
You gotta sneak up on them.
Okay.
It's just as weird as it sounds.
Ah, they're so goofy.
Needle time.
The most intense game of red light, green light I've ever played. I wonder if these guys.
Take that.
Just doing 9999 damage to you every time.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? Detector. Settle down, water heater.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah.
I thought it was a ghost taking a piss.
No, So, I think I probably told Chad about this last year, but I came home and there was not a half an inch, but this much water on the bathroom floor. Apparently my heater is messed up and it was leaking through the wall, where it's connected.
Oh boy.
So they came the next day and the guy brought a new one for me and everything, but the only thing this smaller one doesn't do is I can no longer take consistently hot showers for longer than 15 minutes. Which is crazy because shower time is Pandora on the phone singing time.
Okay.
Which is necessary. But, it's not that's the only time I can listen to music.
Sure, but that's your time to think.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times where you can just, or you're basically forced to just be by pacify yourself with your own thoughts.
I can't get there if you keep turning around.
It's like you're scolding an animal. I can't get there when you let you just keep...
I will turn this car around. What? I have 7 seconds and he keeps turning around. What?
Time's up!
What?
You lose!
What?
You don't play by my rules.
Now, I should say, it's okay if you don't get their individual sphere. Like, you still are completing the puzzle. You just don't get a nice item with it. And none of the items are like one of a kind or anything.
Yeah.
20.
Hey, alright, great. Hey. I recently learned to count to 50.
A little needy and attention deficit.
Hey, me too. I too recently learned to count to 50. Oop.
So the good thing is most of them are here
What's that?
in the desert. Now, imagine fighting a giant one of these with a mustache. And that's one of the optional bosses I just beat in 8.
Fantastic.
You get a little cactar of your own, and the cool thing about him is, another way to break this game, you can have abilities that like permanently increase your stats at level up, so you don't have to equip magic or anything. He can teach like HP up, defense up, attack up, spirit, which is magic defense, and dexterity up, like, right away. Now, you get him, like, going into the end game, but there's tons of time to buff up so many characters with that. 2 at a time, I'm not ready for this.
What? Hold on a second. I call bullshit on that one.
There's no such thing as mercy in the scorching Sanubia sands.
This looks like the face of mercy.
I have seen some pretty nice cactar tattoos.
You
though.
lose!
And chocobo tattoos. I always feel like when you see like a tattoo that you recognize on someone, I feel like you kind of have permission to talk to them. It's like
Hey.
one that happened to me is like, notice that dude's Coheed and Cambria tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool. Let me buy you. This was one at the bar. Let me buy you a beer. Should have.
Should've. Hey, what's up? What are you doing?
What? Why am I running away?
It's red light, green light. You lose!
Now, what's bad about this too is there's only like 5 different enemies to collect here for the monster collector thing. So like, you gotta have a no encounters weapon or something, because you can't just keep fighting the same buzzards and coyotes. And the occasional giant dune level sandworms.
Oh, great.
Those guys.
We lose.
Really don't know. Now the input's a little slow on the PS2, I guess.
Sure it is.
I don't know. I just want to go to Cactus Town. Come on.
Bring me to Cactus Town. Oh man, nothing appears.
Robey is stuck inside. Be back soon. Wrong hole. Hold on.
That's a sorry.
Wrong hole.
Be back soon. Hey, what are you doing in there? A real needle brain.
Check out his great collection. Oh yeah, you can collect treasure here if you want.
How greedy are you?
I already have a hard enough time stopping running apparently, so I didn't try anything. He's bigger. I love just the synchronated arm movements. I can't get him 10,000 needles. Now that is a pretty fucking powerful attack.
Whoa,
That
boy, wow.
normally-
Well, okay.
That normally kill unless you break HP limit. That'll kill like anyone.
Take that.
Blanca's got that good shot though.
You caught
Let's
it.
go.
Ball, you caught it.
Yep. You got a cacnea. Wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
You get out of this hole.
I prefer
A
black.
philosopher about town. Today he digs holes again.
I'm tired, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. I've only watched that movie once, and I've only read that book once.
I've never watched it, but it's so fucking funny to think about. I watched a video where the guy really talked. I mean, he really knows his shit about it, but about how Animorphs, that series was like super dark and depressive
Yeah,
young
it
adults,
was.
where like they're contemplating about killing other human beings to free
Yeah.
them from. Like, wow, I would not expect this from the zany covers.
Actually, most of what she writes is pretty crazy and messed up. So, like, there's this one book that actually won a Newbery Award, which is like the ultimate award for young adult and middle grade chapter books, called The One and Only Ivan. Same author who wrote Animorphs.
Hey guys,
About.
oh, he's going to the airship.
Okay, bye. What? He just got abducted. He's gone now.
It's okay. Look, he's just gonna wait up on the deck for us.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
I
that
don't know anything
definitely
about
needed to be
this
pointed
part,
out.
So I'm very.
You go up. So this is where we fought Evray. You take the elevator up again. It's like we're like flying through the sky, free as a bird, and like meanwhile, here's a little fucking cactus.
How's he staying up?
Sheer willpower alone.
Contemplating the universe.
Kind of how I function on general anger and anxiety alone.
So, like, there's. Wow, the amount of emotion that was in that slow turn was just palpable. Like,
It's so fucking good. And it tilts your screen.
You
Fuck
lose.
you. What are you doing, Sid? Brother's too busy thinking about having sex with his cousin. That's a spoiler for 10 too. Oh yeah, that's part of it.
great.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying about the
Oh,
Newbery
we'll never
Award,
get
though.
to it. There's this book called The One and Only Ivan,
Uh-huh.
which is about a gorilla that lives in a mall and is a mall attraction off the highway,
Oh my god.
and how he befriends an elephant who has been abused because she's from a circus. And it's really fucked up.
Yeah. I never liked the depressive young adult fiction. There was one we read, I forget what it was called. We read it in 11th grade. Now I was in the VOTEC. I was in the VOTEC program, so like we automatically got put in like the easiest classes. I don't know why like going into like a half job training, half thing like means you have to be. I think it was for ease of scheduling,
I guess.
probably. But this is when I was doing bad because I was so fucking bored in school. But this book was about like there's a nuclear apocalypse and this girl lives through it and she lives in this town and she meets a man in a radiation suit and they get to know each other a little bit and he maybe tries to kind of rape her.
Ooh, okay. What book is this?
I don't know what it's called, but it was just like, this is really like weird to just be like, I understand why it's here, but like this is really odd right now. I don't like this.
It's surprising how dark YA gets.
Yeah.
Here is another example. There is another book by Catherine Applegate called, it's a trilogy now, called Endling the Last, which is fantasy world in which humans live alongside anthropomorphic animal creatures of various different races, and the whole thing is about how the dog people are going extinct because humans are poaching them. And, like, humans are going around systematically ending life subscriptions to all these different races of animal people, and they're like, nope, we're taking over because we want oil that's underneath where your homelands are. Just,
wow.
like, real messed up. Very heavy-handed, but it's also very good.
That's like... That almost reminds me of, like, Final Fantasy VII in a way.
I know nothing about Final Fantasy VII.
Where, like, not like hunting anthropomorphic beings or anything, but like where one thing is just like so unbelievably goddamn evil.
Right.
Like you couldn't, like I'm talking about the Shinra Corporation, which is literally like killing the planet by, I mean it's a metaphor, but killing the planet by taking the life stream from it and using it as like electricity. The life stream is like when you die, you go back into the planet and it recycles and keeps keeps everything working. Like, kind of like the Force meets like just like a life force thing. But it's like you're literally mining that to power a fucking city. Like,
great.
The just amount of like whys this had to pass